alone?
I'm just looking at my diary as well.
And it's okay, we put this on YouTube, on Facebook,
Yeah,
on social media. My site,
yeah.
of course, is good. All done with that. And where are you heading to now?
Well, I do sometimes just, I don't know, I've become more of a, I don't know if it's a bad thing, you know, I've always had this feeling of this like chronic sense of living aloneness since as a child, and then, you know, as I grew up taking drugs, you might have filled that in for a while, but it's never been filled. You know, when I come into recovery even, you know, it's still there. Sometimes I can end up sitting within it and, I don't know, isolating and just avoiding people sometimes. But sometimes I think maybe I'm okay, I'm good with solitude, I like it, or maybe I'm unsociable, so I don't really go that way then. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I end up just flipping, avoiding people or.
Does it bother you, the fact that you're alone?
Pardon?
Does it bother you?
Well, it does when I see that other people have got so much of a social life and you know they're with friends and everything, and you know when I go to like NA recovery meetings, NA, and I see people there in the little cliques, and I see people getting together before meetings and after meetings, and when they share that they've got some great friends in the fellowship, and whew, my main friends are all flipping from a distance, you know, miles away from me. I rarely ever see them. But that's out of my control because a lot of it is like Hassan is probably the closest friend. And we're so similar in that sense as well. Well, he's like flipping 300 miles away,
Wow.
you know. So few people I connect like that with Hassan. You know, maybe because we're so similar as well in that sense with that aloneness. But does it bother me? Yeah, it does in a way. I mean, I look at my inventory that I did for my step forward, and I think, why is it I can't keep friends? I can make friends, but I can't flip and keep them. What's wrong with me? And then I feel like the Lone Ranger. But to be honest with you, I have been like that most of my life. I just think, what the hell? The only time I remember feeling connected, having this sense of belonging, was in primary school. About the last two years, 2.5 years, yeah.
Okay. Going to a good place.
Pardon?
Going to a good place. Your safe place.
Right.
Okay. Notice as you go into there that you start to feel it a certain part of your body. Where do you start to feel it?
In my stomach, in my jaw area, the neck.
And there's just a color attached to it. What's the color?
Gray.
Okay, this is the good place, right?
Sorry?
This is the good place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to breathe in that gray. Just breathe it in. And as you breathe it in, notice how it permeates throughout your whole entire body. And as it permeates throughout your whole entire body, notice how it pushes out anything less than positive. And as it pushes out that less than positive, notice how that less than positive just comes out with your breath. And keep breathing in and out until all the air coming out is just as gray as the air going in. Okay, and now notice how that gray feeling inside has a spin to it. Doesn't matter which way it's spinning, just notice it has a spin. And as you notice it has a spin, allow it to start spinning faster and faster and stronger and bigger until it starts to overflow out from the top of your head, creating a sort of force field all around you, like a fountain-like structure. And when you have that in place, just put out your hands and touch it, just to make sure it's there. Okay. And I want you to go to that place, that aloneness place, that isolated feeling. Why can't I keep my friends? I can make them, but I can't keep them. And the ones that I keep are always 300 miles away from me. And as you go to that place, I want you to see your control board in front of you. Look at the dial that says self-worth on it. And as you get to that dial, notice it goes from a 0 to a 10. 0 is down in the dumps, as low as can be. 10 is up in the sky, king of the world. Where does your self-worth lie?
Put it to what?
Where does it lie? Where is it pointing to right now?
5.
Okay, reach out and touch it. Literally put your hand out. And as you touch it with one hand, with your other hand, point to where you feel it inside of you as you touch it. And then turn the dial up. Notice the shifts and changes that occur inside as you turn it up.
Feel some warmth in my heart area.
Good. Do you get up to a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Try to turn it back, see what happens instead.
Nothing.
Does it stay at a 10 or can you turn it back?
I can turn it back, it doesn't go past 8.
Okay, when you get it to 8, point to where you feel it inside of you.
My heart area.
Okay. Turn it back up. Notice the shifts and changes that occur inside as you turn it back up.
Don't know why I'm feeling dizzy.
It's okay. You're letting go of things. Can you get to 10?
Yeah.
Okay, how does it feel now?
Feel dizzy.
Just let it, things are coming up. Allow them to. Wait a few minutes till the dizziness passes. Let me know when you're feeling better.
Now I open my eyes, I just feel drowsy now.
Okay. Close them again for a second. Touch the dial again. Try to turn it back down. See what happens instead.
This coldness comes in.
To where do you get it down to?
I try to put it down, but this coldness comes in into my neck.
Do you manage to get it down at all?
Back to 5.
Okay. Turn it back up. Notice the shift and changes that occur as you do. What happens?
I feel more awake now.
Okay.
It's a very poor network connection, that's why it keeps on cutting.
Okay, and this side it's actually fine.
That side is fine.
Yeah.
I think I'm on 4G right now.
Okay. Try to turn it back down. See what happens instead.
Put it back down to 10, you say?
No, 10 is the highest. Right? Try turning it back down. See what happens instead. See what happens.
Feel the sense of coolness coming in,
Okay.
Felt that warmth before, but it's cooler now.
What number did you get it to?
5.
Okay. Reach out and touch it. Notice where you feel it inside as you touch it. Point to where you feel it inside as you touch it. Turn it back up. Notice the shifts and changes that occur inside as you do.
Feel a sense of vibration going into my neck as I touch it and I put it up.
Does it feel good or bad?
Well, neither. It's not bad.
Okay. Let it pass. Tell me when it's gone. Okay. Reach out and touch it again. Try to turn it down. See what happens instead.
There's a resistance.
Okay.
It's not going past 8.
And when you get to the 8, where do you feel it inside?
A sense of coolness coming in.
Okay.
On my right hand.
Turn it back up.
Right side.
Turn it back up. Notice the shifts and changes that occur inside as you do.
That sensation comes through to my neck again. The sensation just comes in as I try to change it up.
The vibration.
Pardon?
The vibration sensation or the warmth?
It's not warmth, no.
What is it?
It's like a coolness. It's not cold, but it's just cool. Tingling coming into the neck.
As you turn it back up to a 10.
I felt warmer.
Now it's warmer?
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, try turning it down. See what happens instead.
Got this warmness in my stomach now.
As you turn it down,
Turn it down. There's a resistance. It's not going.
so it's stuck at a 10 now?
It's getting hard to push it down.
Okay, good. So leave it at the 10. And I want you to go back and think about all those instances when you felt alone, isolated. See what's changed over there. So let's go back.
Right.
We were going into all those times when you felt isolated. Notice what's changed over there.
I remember going back to my primary school.
Mm-hmm.
Being alone in the schoolyard.
Go over to him. Tell me who you are. Tell me from the future. Tell me you're in the future. You have special powers. You can change the past. Ask him if it's okay to work with him. Make him believe all that.
Future. In the future. Change the past. Yeah.
Okay. Tell him to go to his self-worth dial. See where it's at.
Sorry, say that again.
Tell him to go to his self-worth dial on the control board.
Yeah.
See where it's at.
It's at 4.
Together with him, raise it.
Let's raise it.
What happens to the two of you? What shifts and changes do you feel inside as you raise it?
Sense of warmth.
Okay. Ask him to turn it back down, see what happens instead.
He won't let me.
Okay. See what's changed in the picture now.
Whew. The yard's gone empty. It's just me and him.
How does that feel?
Feel sad.
Start tapping. He's sad. Start tapping. He's sad. I'm sad.
I'm sad.
All the sad.
Both sad.
Whatever it means. Whatever it represents.
The past is gone.
Let it go.
Live only
Let it go.
in the
Time
present.
to let it go.
Live in the
Time to
now.
heal. I don't need any more. It doesn't serve me.
Past.
No focus.
No
Just let it go now.
Go.
I'm safe. We're all safe.
Principle.
He's safe. I'm
Live
sorry.
in the
Please forgive me.
real
Thank you. I love you.
parents
I'm so
gave.
sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. We're all safe. Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Bring him into that force field, that gray force field of the good place. And say peace. Okay. What's changed?
Just don't feel that separate from him.
What happened?
Don't feel that sense of separation I just visioned.
You don't feel it or you do feel it?
I don't feel it.
So it's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is he smiling?
Yeah.
Are there more children in the schoolyard again?
Yeah.
Is he playing with him?
Not with him, but around him, but he's not really bothered.
Okay, good. Go back to some more memories of that isolation. See what's changed over there.
What am I doing? Going back to the more isolated memories.
Mm-hmm. Can you?
Find it a bit difficult, but
Okay, good. You know why? Each time we turned the dial back and forth, we changed more of those memories.
right.
Changes it automatically. Your unconscious knows what to do, and it does it best. You don't have to know what memories it's doing, it does it.
Right.
And how do you feel now?
A few more grounded, a few more. I don't know, like something's. When I was there, I don't know whether it was that place I was just in. There was a lot of sensations, tension coming into my neck area, and a bit of coldness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not feeling that now.
Good.
Trying to find it, but that
Okay.
house is warmer than this house.
It was the experiences.
It's not the temperature of the house, is it?
No, it was the experiences from the inside, the feelings of the loneliness that you went in and you changed.
Right, flipping it.
Yep, flipping it. And it's great because you don't even need to know what you're flipping, and you flip it anyway. You don't need to go back into all the yucky stuff, right?
Mm.
Okay, so now what I want you to do is close your eyes, move out of your body, and go 7 days into the future. And as you go 7 days into the future, I want you to step into the Bash of 7 days from now. I want you to see what he sees, hear what he hears, feel what he feels, paying special attention to all that we worked on today. Give me a report back.
He's smiling, he's cheery, standing tall,
Good.
you know, with his head up, held high.
feels warmth and more outward.
And you know what happens when you feel all that?
Yeah,
You draw people in because they want a part of it.
yeah.
Okay, now step on out of there. Go 1 month, 7 days into the future. Step into the Bosch of that time. See what he sees, hear what he hears, feel what he feels. Give me a report back. Tell me what's going on. Paying special attention to things we worked on today.
He's standing tall. His appearance is very smart and wow, he's looking cool.
Look at that.
You know, he's got people around him.
Good. And now step on out of there and go 1 year, 1 month, 7 days into the future. Step into the Basha then. See what he sees, hear what he hears, feel what he feels, paying special attention to things we worked on today. Give me a report back.
I sort of felt like crying a bit then.
Crying in a bad way or a good way?
Oh, I don't know, some sense of no, not bad.
Sense of happiness? It's all inside of you.
Tired of playing the lonely victim.
You don't have to
Just
anymore.
tired.
You don't have to. You have it in you to be the cool guy, the guy that everyone wants to be around, the guy that
And
everyone looks up to.
I've had moments like that. I've had times, well, they'd never lasted.
You know, they never lasted.
They never. I mean, I've been that guy, you know, but
But
they never lasted because it feels like it took a lot of energy to do that.
does it feel like it's taking a lot of energy now to do that? Because you were holding all that stuff inside of you. And you had to fight against it. Once you get rid of that stuff, it's not there anymore. You don't have to fight against it anymore.
Mm.
Okay, now I want you to step out of there. And I want you to go 5 years into the future. I want you to step into the Bash of then. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel. Paying special attention to all the things we worked on today. Give me a report back.
A smiling, charming character, standing tall, meeting everyone with a sense of warmth and smiling and with a sense of joy and cheerfulness.
Good. I want you to step inside him, as you are now, and live out a week in his life so you can have that right this very moment. And as you do, let him, with all the knowledge, wisdom, and information that he's gained throughout the 5 years, send all of it down, right down to the level of your DNA so they can be expressed automatically, naturally, and effortlessly without you having to even think about it. Just like your hair goes without thinking, just like you breathe without thinking, just like your fingernails grow without thinking about them.
Yeah.
Okay, step on out, give him a big hug. Tell him you can't wait to meet him in 5 years from now. Thank him for everything he gave you. And coming back today, bringing with you all that DNA embedded right over there to be expressed naturally, effortlessly, and automatically whenever you need it without even having to think about it. It's your gift to you. You did the work. You got rid of the stuff that was against it. And now you get to revel in the joy of having it there. All the good stuff. Bringing the warmth and the joy to everyone around you. And they all want to stick around because they all want more of it. And the more you give, the more you have. The more you have, the more you give. It's a never-ending source from the inside. And when you're ready, go and open up your eyes to this new reality that you've created for yourself. How's it feel?
Nice.
Don't forget, if you like this video, leave a like down below, subscribe to my channel, or subscribe to my newsletter. The address is right down below over there. Have a great week.